All right, we are live, and let's see. So, welcome to my channel, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host, Michelle. I'm still working on a better title. So, if you have any tips for as far as the name of the channel, by all means. Right now, I'm looking at something I'm actually gonna hint to at the end as far as updates. So let's see, it's now April 12th, 2020, and 3 weeks into this. Well, for me and for a lot of people in the US, it's been about a month. 3 weeks to a month right now since we've been on this sort of a lockdown. Not just lockdown. So this kind of goes in line with my life update, how I'm coping. And so, first and foremost, just to get this out of the way, I was furloughed from my job Monday, 3 weeks ago. So it's been 3 weeks. I'm out of the job. Well, I still have the job. It's just been furloughed. I'm off the schedule. I'm not going to really go into the details as to how and why, the obvious reasons why is being that they can't afford to pay me. So a coworker and myself is two people. They can't pay us. And like I said, I'm not going to go into any other details beyond that. I have my own opinions, but it's okay. It's all good. I've been handling, managing, just cashed out the last of my vacation, and I'm going on unemployment. And I have to verify this, but a friend of mine told me that don't touch your face. Just touch your face, man. That's okay. I've been in all day, haven't gone outside. It's actually been a few days since it's been a few days since I've driven anywhere, but I went out the other day to pick up my delivery, so I haven't really been exposed to anything outside other than my roommates that come in and out, so I should be careful about that. Drinking my final beer of Vahina. My friend actually got this for my birthday. Valima. Not an advertisement, just the taste of Samoa. Samoan beer. So I got it for my birthday. I'm just enjoying my last bottle of it since I've had it for quite a while. My birthday was on March 17th. Had a dinner, which was the last dinner we had out anywhere because they locked it down. Restaurants, you can't eat in. You can only get delivery or takeout. So that's where we are. I'm gonna drink to that. That is some good stuff. So it's gonna go down the list as to what's been going on besides what I just mentioned. Life in general has been quite different, and I'm going to put in a little bit of, what the COVID-19 has been kind of doing. A little distraction, but I've been healthy. I've been pretty well. It's just my allergies, to be honest, that acts up every now and then. That's the biggest thing right now. Other than that, I've been pretty healthy. Haven't caught anything. I don't know anybody that has, thankfully. And for watching this, I hope you stay safe and stay healthy as well. So there's always that. So you gotta look on the bright side of things. Despite everything there's a lot of these things attracted to my LED light for some reason. I don't know. Just like the light. Like stuck on the inside. It's crazy. I don't know why, but I don't know. But despite everything that's happening, this has happened around us, I'd say I'm doing pretty good. Money is tight. It's not so tight that I have to take desperate measures, but it is tight, and I'm sure it's tight for a lot of people that, especially their well-being, being just devastated by this whole, not their well-being, but their bread maker being devastated by this whole thing. I mean, there's AMZ just filed chapter, was it 11, 13, something like that. They can't afford to operate normally because nobody is going to the movies. In fact, a lot of places you can't even go. Like they said, you gotta shut down because you're not social distancing. So what do you say to that? I mean, a lot of stuff I've noticed is going straight to Netflix, or it was out and now it's like Netflix, Hulu, or whatever streaming service. Video on demand, stuff like that. See, I had an itch, and I just itched from my book here. It gets like that when it's hot. These fucking mats all over the place. I don't know what the hell. Besides, so my days have been really just, actually, I'm gonna be honest with you, the first 2 weeks, because now we're in the third week here and going to the fourth here. First 2 weeks is really different. Didn't really know what to do with myself, and having all this time all of a sudden, a lot of time opened up to do other things. So, but the thing is, at the same time, it's like at this mild state of depression, not huge, but mild. Like, I think it's just trying to wrap my head around everything, trying to just take it all in. And I tell most people, I'm like, I was mentally prepared for like stuff like this. I did military. I'll even talk about, I'll bring it up later, but as far as like COVID-19, what is fiction, what is real, fake news, whatever, I'll talk a little bit more about that in a bit. But my day life, it's been weird. It's like every day is Sunday, or every day is whatever day I don't normally work during the week, which would be a Wednesday or Thursday some weeks. But it started a couple of weeks before I got furloughed. Hours got cut. So for 2 weeks, hours got cut. It was inevitable, and I was like, I was telling my coworker, worst case scenario is that we'll just take us off the schedule. And so it was kind of a surprise, but at the same time, it was like I wasn't surprised. I was like, there's nothing we can do. Like, they came, like, nobody told us anything. And days were getting, like, slower and slower and slower. Like, every day was just getting so. It's tourist area I work in, it just dried up. Like, it was like maybe one a day if we were lucky. But we also cater to a lot of the local people. So that business is usually good because the local people need the service. I'm not going to tell you what service that is, but it's just for my own protection. So they came around 11 in the morning, gave us this letter, and was like, you're being furloughed. It's like, all right. It means we still got our benefits, like health benefits and all this. They're just taking us off the schedule. Basically, they're not paying us because we're not working. I was like, well, and we left right then and there. Went home on a Monday morning. They was like, yeah, they didn't tell us. They were like, yeah, they told us this morning. I'm not sure how they figured it out to cut us from the schedule, because there's other people on the schedule that I'm just questioning, but I guess they have to operate at a bare bones skeleton crew, and so cutting us is like meat. Not sure how that works. Like I said, that's all I'm gonna say about it. But anyways, that's how it began. So went home, didn't have anything to do. I think I was just mildly depressed, so I slept at weird hours of the day. It was just crazy. And I started playing more video games. I started getting more closer to people on the Twitch universe. Twitch is a huge gaming community of communities around the world. Started playing games and kind of getting into this new niche. And that's not the only thing I've been doing. I've been doing other things, as well as doing my photo editing. Not as much as I should and could, but I'm pushing them out slowly but surely. In fact, today, I didn't do so much editing today, but I did educate myself, because it's important to stay educated and keep my tools sharp as far as like, well, how can I better edit something, or edit a photo? How can I improve on myself? And that's the most important part in this whole thing. If there's anything you should learn out of the whole thing, is that, what can you improve upon in yourself that you didn't have time necessarily to do when you were busy? I got mosquitoes on here. I'll just turn my fan on. It's actually kind of warm, so hold on a second. That'll also keep the mosquitoes off me. Yeah, I got some mosquitoes out here. Yeah, I was asking my friend, one of my friends, a fellow photographer, how he was doing, and yeah, so you gotta look on the bright side. And he's like, yeah, you can do other things that you normally couldn't do before. I was like, yeah, you're right about that. You can, I could, and I will, and I have. And I've been making good on that time. Not, like I said, not as much as I probably could, but I'm working up to it. Like, I'm working on my business plan, I'm educating myself as far as like creating a better channel, educating myself as far as the editing, like I said before. Just little things here and there that can better, usually on a Sunday night, I wouldn't normally be doing a video. So I've been actually waiting to do this for a while, and I held off. Here we are, 3 weeks later. I'm doing it now. So here we are. Today's been weird. I mean, like I said, that first couple weeks, at first my sleep schedule was like, wake up in the morning like I normally did. Then I started staying up later and later. Then I started sleeping twice a day. So I would sleep, like say in the morning, for example. I'd be up until about 12, 1 o'clock, go to sleep again, wake up at night, do it all over again. But those hours were different every night. Now it's kind of normalized where I'm waking up again in the morning, going to sleep at night, around 12, 1, sometimes 2 o'clock, like my normal schedule before the whole shit hit the fans. You drink to that. Eat breakfast in the morning, lunch in the noon time, sometimes late morning, and dinner, which I gotta eat after this. And a lot, I have got a few recipes as far as cooking. I just gotta make do and finish gathering the recipes I need so I can cook a proper meal. See what I'm saying? I've been watching other people like on Instagram and YouTube cook up these just amazing meals. I'm like, wow. Like, I used to cook a lot, or I used to cook more so than I have, and I haven't cooked in a while, and I miss that. So that's something I want to make good on since I got this time. Research some recipes and cook some good stuff, like really like savory, good stuff, like chicken bulgogi, for example. That's amazing, and I believe I have all the ingredients for that, even the chicken. I have 2 pounds of chicken, if not more, so I can make two. Well, that's a total of 8 meals because for every pound of meat, I have 4 portions at the very least. 4 portions, 4 days. You gotta think about all this stuff since now. It's like, I mean, the food is there. It's not like we have a lack of supply, but because of people are hoarding, and that's another thing in itself. It's like people are hoarding toilet paper, and it's just like, why? But I know why. People are scared. People don't know what to do with themselves. It's like, I'm just gonna hoard all this toilet paper for myself, and then when other people need it, it's like myself. Like I had toilet paper before all this shit went down. I had toilet paper. However, I was getting kind of like concerned I wouldn't be able to find any more toilet paper. So the last resort, I would resort to like a squirt bottle. I've been to the Philippines 3 times. I know how it goes down. I've been in Japan. They got those special toilets over there. I got one of my roommates is actually getting a bidet. That's gonna be pretty tight. She actually ordered it. It's gonna take about 2 or 3 weeks to get in. It's crazy, right? Like a bidet. Well, less paper for the environment, so that's good. If there's any good that comes out of this whole thing, is the fact that less people are driving, less people are flying. Most of the pollution in the world comes from transportation in general. Flying, for example, huge. This is probably the cleanest the planet's ever been in who knows how many years. Look on the bright side. Glad to look on the good stuff, the positives. There's a lot of positives. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of negatives, but there's also a lot of positives in this whole thing that fucking gnats flying around. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know how they get it. And then now they're like out of my light. I don't know. It's bothering me. Got an excellent connection. I got it plugged to my computer. My computer's to the Ethernet port. So kind of like last time, it was just my phone and Wi-Fi. And Wi-Fi back here is not exactly the most reliable. So this is a great setup. It's just the camera on the computer is the greatest. Someone actually came out and stated that the computers on the Macbook Pros is like, despite the fact that the computers themselves are great, the phones that Apple comes out with are great, but the camera in the fucking thing is like from 2006, like when the original camera came out for the iPhone. It's just like, wow. I don't know. I'm just saying. But anyway, it's like it's decent. It's decent. It's not the greatest, and you can notice the quality, especially when the light is really low. Cause this light's kind of bright for my eyes, but I've gotten used to it. But if I turn it up any brighter, it's like you'll see like the difference. Cause right now you can kind of see there's like a lot of grain in the video. So for a camera, now if you have great low light, you'll see less grain. Like the newer phones, like you'll see a lot. It'll probably be clear with this light. Actually, it'll be pretty clear and have less grain. Just this level of light. If I turn it up, see like this, I'll turn it up right here. Look at that. Probably looks a little bit clear, but I mean that light is pretty bright. Like you can see, kind of it's adjusting. Turn it down. The light itself's not hot. It's just LED lights. But a lot of streamers use LEDs. Like I don't know how they do it, but it's like right in your eyes. Like you see the rings around the eyes. You can't see it in my eyes. If you look close, you can probably see it. Yeah, you kind of see like the little rings. Yeah, like right there. Yeah, see the ring. It's a ring light. It's pretty dope. I've used it for a photo shoot before. A few photo shoots actually. I use it for. And I'm kind of off task here, so I want to stay on task. Stay on the stream here. How many minutes are we in? 21. Okay, not bad. Not bad. I'm trying not to go over an hour. Presently, my days are consisted of, again, photo editing, educating myself, gaming. And if you're interested in gaming with me, you're more welcome to join my Twitch. I actually put the link or my channel username below at Mystic Mind Play on twitch.tv. You're more welcome to join in. There's several of us that get together on another gamer's platform or channel. His channel name is 21st Century Games. 21st is numbers, ST Century Games on Twitch. Awesome guys from Boston. We play a lot of games together, and I'm looking forward to doing a lot more. I'm playing GTA 5 lately, actually, so we've been doing that. As far as me personally, I've been playing Fallout 4, and I just started Final Fantasy 15. I know 7's out. I know the remake is out. I'm not gonna purchase it right now. I can't afford it. But I know that's out. But I said I'm gonna play 15 because 7 is so hot right now. There's everybody watching the biggest streamers in the world stream it, and plus I can't afford it. Like I said, I'm not getting money right now. So except for unemployment. So stay tuned for that if you're interested. Check it out. Mystic Mind Play on twitch.tv. Where was I? I know I was talking about President's Day, like what I'm doing. I guess I'll move on. Excuse me, I have hold on a second, guys. I'll be right back. It's just my allergy is just like ugh. I mean, they've been pretty much in check for the most part, but sometimes it's just like every time I wake up, I sneeze and all this shit. But like I said, I'm good. I don't got no coronavirus, no shit like that. Speaking of coronavirus, I know I made this podcast, and you can check that on my Anchor platform. Again, below in the description section, and Mystic Mind Cast on Anchor.fm. You're more than welcome to check that out. And I made a whole cast about it, but I want to talk about just briefly that there's a lot of, again, obvious. This thing has been just like the weirdest shit. Like it's been so unreal. Like I don't know like how else to describe it besides just being like, it's like a movie. And no, I haven't seen the movie Contagion, but that's something I'm going to be, maybe I have to watch it tonight. But despite that, it's just so unreal how this whole thing just went global. And you know the whole story, the whole thing, the official story, whatever it's fake, true, real, whatever. I know. I don't want to get too political in here. But I also want to say, I'll just give my opinion. I don't think certain entities are being totally transparent as far as like what's real and what they're wanting to be real. Like, there's so many numbers of deaths or people that are infected and all this stuff. I mean, who really knows the real numbers is the people that are, well, in charge of the news. I mean, what do you believe this is what do you believe in the fact fiction or the conspiracy theories that are surrounded? And I have my own thoughts about it. I have my own, and I will actually, this is what I'll do. I'll let you decide what's real. And I've seen some stuff and I'm like, bro, this is some real shit. Like, this is some worldwide shit. And it's affecting everybody. And I'll tell you this, years ago, before this is not how I envisioned this happening, but there was talk about the economy crashing and all this stuff. And of course, nobody imagined there would be like a pandemic. But, oddly enough, call it prophecy, call it foretelling, psychic power, I don't know. There's a book, came out in 1981, talks about a virus called the Wuhan 400. Came out in 2020. No, I'm not shitting you. It's called Eyes of Darkness. This virus was supposed to affect the respiratory system. I'm not shitting you. I shit you not. This is real shit that was written in 1981. And whether or not this is orchestrated, prophecy, whatever, that book does exist. Now, I can't really tell you. I can't tell you what if it was orchestrated. I can just tell you that the shit right now is happening now. It's affecting everybody's lives. So I don't make lightly on like things like conspiracy theories or whatever. But we just know that there's certain things going into play that people should pay attention to, and that's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. So take that for what it's worth. I'm going to drop some links later on after this live cast is over so you guys know what I'm talking about. Well, the book itself, I can put the link to the book. But if you just look for the title, Eyes of Darkness, and look up the Wuhan 400, you'll find it. It'll come up. We all know that this might take a while. this isn't going to end next week. It most likely won't end next month. And they're saying the worst case scenario, 18 months before a vaccine. And actually, the vaccine doesn't help any of us out unless you haven't caught it yet. But it does help people that haven't caught it. But it just means that everyone's at risk at some level, lower level, higher level. Everyone is at some sort of risk because there's no sort of vaccine for it. Vaccine is supposed to prevent a virus, not treat it. Treatment, I know, is underway as far as the way they're dealing with it. 18 months is the worst case scenario as to how long it will take for them to find a vaccine. In the meantime, life may go back to some kind of normalcy in the next few months to 6 months. I can't say for certain because that's always a changing number. Again, we gotta focus on the positive aspect as far as like making sure that we're staying on top of the updates, but at the same time, don't. The worst thing you can do to yourself is just take so much of the bad news in that it becomes a part of you, that it just becomes you. It's like you get depressed and it's like, life sucks. It's like, yeah, life always sucks, but in reality, it's how you can circumnavigate that negativity and focus on the positivity. Yes, I may be furloughed, but I'm looking at it this way. There are things that I can do now, so when this shit is over, I can hit the ground running. But I can't do that if I'm always focused on the negative aspect. Like, well, life sucks, so I guess I'm just gonna sleep all day. It's like, no, I'm not gonna sleep all day. Yeah, I did that for the first few days. Not even slept all day. I slept at different times, like I said. But I mean, there's people that people will handle it differently. I understand that. I'm not saying you gotta do what I do. I mean, a lot of people don't play video games. I play video games to not only cope, but I also talk with other people that are going through the same shit. It's like we're all going, and it's like they say, we're all in this together. But I'm not in my room by myself, just moping. That's the worst way you can handle anything in life. So it's like anything else. Like you take the good, you take the bad, and you manage both. That's the best thing you can do. I mean, my best advice I can give you is the negative sucks, but it's there. We can't do much about it. Focus on the positive, make better improvements for yourself. Do something different. Do something you normally couldn't do. Write a book. Who knows? Write a book, play a game maybe. Do something you wouldn't normally do because you didn't have the time to do it. And I can give you props to anybody in the medical or health profession that's busting their ass right now, because honestly, those motherfuckers they're on the first line of defense for anything. Props to them. I got a cousin actually, she's in the health. I got a few friends, so props to you guys for doing your thing. Keep doing your thing. Stay safe. It's the most important thing of all, and help everybody else that are having a hard time going through this whole thing. Life after this whole thing, don't know. I honestly can't tell you what that's going to look like. I can only tell you what I think it might look like. I don't think things are going to go back to 100% normalcy like a lot of people want them to. And I know the president's saying, this is going to be over pretty fast once the economy get back to normal. And like anybody else, I'm sure everybody wants that. But let's be honest, I have been alive for 38 years, and I can't tell you what it was like back in the early 1900s. I wasn't alive. I can't tell you what it was like in the 1960s, and can't tell you what it was like in the 1970s. But the only thing I can tell you is what life has been like for me since I've been alive, and tell you that all those different time periods were different. It's like when generation boomer, because we call it the boomer generation, it's always saying, these millennials or whatever, blah blah blah. They focus on negative aspect. First of all, I'm not gonna tell you. I made a video about millennials first of all, but no one ever brings up the positive, and some people do. Positive aspects of being a millennial is fixing all the crap that we inherited. Yes, I'm a millennial myself. We inherited a lot of crap and I'm not gonna go through the politics, but there's a lot of things that can be fixed. That, let's just face it, some people in politics are doing a good job doing, and that's just the truth. I don't know what else to tell you on that, but focus on the positive. That's the best thing we can do right now. Photography. So finishing up this topic. Not bad on time, actually. Just gonna finish up pretty fast. Photography is something I would like to add to this channel. I'm just seeing the best way I can do that because, one, there's plenty of other photographers out there that can blow the doors off, the retouching sessions, live, whatever. But I also thought about it this way. For me, I can add my own spin to whatever I would like to present to the world. And that's something I'm looking at. As far as an update for videos coming out in the future, there is one. So something I left out of my life update was that I moved. I moved from the old house, as you can tell from the windows, or you might not be able to tell because they look the same. As you can tell on the wall, though, that it's different. That said, I've been here for about a little bit over 4 months. We recently got a new roommate. I call her roommate number 4. Roommate number 3 decided to hook up with roommate number 4. Roommate number 3 has only been here for about maybe a month and a half. So they're both new. Roommate number 2 and myself have agreed that taboo. And I don't have anything against 2 adults that want to get together, but I'm just saying that to me, that's kind of like the cardinal sin you never commit. Unless you plan on staying together for a very long time. Because, and I'll mention this in the video, but I'll stop there. I want you to think on that. I want you to ponder and think to yourself, is that a great idea or is that a bad idea? And please leave in the comment section. I have a question for you. That's the question. and what could be done to alleviate. Because I have a whole thing. I have a whole video. My next roommate's video is gonna be either never mind. It's gonna be about that. Because I've been in a situation before. Didn't go well. Probably won't go well now, but I'll just let you ponder that. I think we're done. Nobody's alive, nobody's on, but if anybody has any questions for me, please, put in the chat. Meantime, I'm gonna drink a little bit, and I'm gonna sign off in a bit. But that's one of the updates I wanted to give you, because as far as channel updates, one second. Be right back. What was I talking about? I was talking about channel updates, right? So I'm looking to update my channel. I've had the same banner for the past 5+ years, 6 years, 7 years maybe. It's been 5 years. At least 5 years. I've been looking to update that. And a few other things. But I want this channel to be multifaceted. What do I mean by that? I don't want it just to be a photography channel. So it's always been, I have different things going on, like M's for portfolio life. Like sometimes I do vlogs on my Navy reservist part of my life. I haven't done cooking. I know I said I was going to add cooking to it, but I haven't cooked in a while, so I scrapped that for now. But I'm on the verge of adding photography to the channel. I just want to figure out how I can best do that. And I think I know how. Normally, I would do this in a podcast platform, but I can do it on here. And I can do it with photos. Because I know a couple of friends mentioned to me, like, best thing I could do would be to add imagery, some visual aids or something for people to look at other than my face. Even though my face, I'm the sexy guy. Other than that, I'm just saying. I'm sure everybody would like to see the various models that I get or had the chance to work with before this chance, and of course in the future when this all dries up. But they'd want to see photos of those models on here. And you can do that now. You can just go to my Instagram and check that out. But that's also in the description below. So you're more than welcome to check that out. Follow me, and I haven't been updating on a regular basis as of late because I haven't had shoots to do so. So I've been just putting up older content, editing stuff from actually one photo shoot I did 2 years ago. 2 years? Yeah, 2 years. Seattle. Worked with a model and did an updated edit on the photo, and it looks, I don't want to toot my own horn, but it looks pretty awesome. That's all I'm saying. I could probably bring it up here if I figure out how to operate OBS. Hold on. Well, I don't know if I can do this live. Let's see. Oh snap. It's gone black. Okay. One second, guys. Let's see if I can bring this up real quick. This will be the first, one of the first video aids. I don't know if I can do it live though. That's the only thing. But I use this app called Flume, and I can pull up my Instagram accounts and chat through that, because I don't necessarily like chatting through the platform itself, my phone all the time, so it helps to have that. Hold on. Of course, it's having a hard time with the internet. I don't know why. Here we go. Okay, how do I share this on OBS? Oh, okay, I see. I have to add a source. So, scene 3. Let's add a source. So, browser. Image. Maybe not. Still trying to figure this out, guys. Sorry about that. That one's locked. So, video capturing. I don't think it's gonna let me do it live. I gotta actually probably be ready for it when I bring it up. Oh, hold on. So, window capture. Trying to figure it out. Yeah, don't touch your face. Yeah, I don't know if it. Oh, fuck. Why is my nose running all of a sudden? Hold on. I got You know why? Because I haven't streamed in a while, and it's like, oh, let's just let his nose run on the fucking stream. It'll be great. Yeah, I think I have to actually prepare before the stream begins. it's closer to what I need. That's weird. Okay, I think I got it, guys. Think I have it. Alright, so that is actually the photo I was talking about. And it came out pretty well. So I'm gonna put it in the middle here. So again, I use this app called Flume. And it's pretty dope. You can pay, I think you have to pay to get like to use it. And it's like it's not very much at all. It's pretty cheap. But for what you can do, like I said, it's pretty much Instagram on your computer, on a desktop, on your Mac. I don't know what they have on PC, but I use it for Mac. That's pretty dope. That's the picture I took 2 years ago. And let's see if I can find a older version of this photo. Actually, it might not be on here, to be honest. But let me see if I can find it. That's just my Instagram there. Some of my work still loading up. The only thing about streaming is it uses my bandwidth. Excellent connection, but you know it's also a sacrifice. Always a sacrifice. Always a sacrifice. It's not showing up. Let's see if I can find it a different way. Hold on. Let's put that back up. See a comparison. And give you a comparison of some of the older edits versus the new edits. Since it won't, it's great that it won't show you anything unless I direct it to, because I have to. There's some photos that aren't suitable for YouTube, and it's all good. Hold on, bring that back. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I should have left it alone. Damn. Okay, hold on, guys. Hold on. Okay, there it is. Okay. So put that in the middle right now. Okay, and I'm gonna not close that this time. Minimize it. And let's see if I could find. Yep, I'm bringing it up right now. It's all a learning experience, you know. You learn. I don't know all the ins and outs of OBS, but the stuff that you do learn, it's pretty cool. So 2 years. It's been 2018. This model's name is Icke, and I will show you an older edit. This is actually, the photos you're looking at is not actually a photo that was used or that I originally edited, so I'll have to show you something that's similar. So here we go. I think I got it right here. I just have to bring up another source. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna bring it up right here. We'll call this preview since that's where it's coming into here. And I'll bring it up on the window capture. Making it 3. And it's on a preview. Perfect. Just like that. That's where it is. That is the image. It's one of the original images I released for this shoot. This doesn't seem like it fits the whole thing. Hold on. But I can make it smaller. There we go. So that's the image. As you can tell, between the two here, that one and this one are very different as far as the contrast, the lighting. So what I decided to do for this most recent one, I actually used a preset or style, they call it, in Capture One. And I normally use this for like the beach or something. I did some tweaks, but I love the contrast, the darks and the lights in this. And this is what the result is, versus the original. It's kind of flat, and I made some edits to the log here. And this one, you can see like there's carvings and shit. I just took it out. I didn't really notice it at the beginning, but it's kind of like a distraction now. So I took it out, and you can tell the difference there. Hope you like it. If not, too bad. Nah, got an error. So that's just an example of something I'd like to do in the future as far as photography, just to give you guys something, you know, just kind of let you know what I'm doing in the different facets of my life, and hopefully learn from the different facets like photography. I know there's a lot of people that want to learn it, and actually take it and do something on their own. I mean, I know everybody's got their flavor, everybody's got their favorite photographers. I can give you a list of my favorite photographers, retouchers, etc. And everybody's different. And I just, this is maybe my time. I can start my own and help somebody else out, because I know there's people watching. I know those people that are paying attention. It's like, how do you do that? How do you do this? And nobody asked me directly, but there's people still watching in the background. So anyways, that's just an example of something I'd like to add to the channel, and perhaps people can learn from it. I think there's a great opportunity for people to learn and form a community here. I'm part of a few communities. I'm not trying to make another one, but I'm a part of a few great communities in the Hawaii area, and I think I contribute something to that community. This is the one thing I can do to give back. And it won't be free all the time, but it will be free initially. Maybe we'll see. This is the beginning. This is the beginning. So I hope you guys enjoyed the channel. And I'm going to have dinner, drink the rest of my beer. There we go. Back to the scene. So I can figure out how to work these little different things in OBS. Anyways, you don't have to do anything, but if you'd like to support this channel, like and subscribe, and I'll definitely be putting some more stuff out there for sure. Can't promise you what it's gonna be, and I can't promise you it's gonna be a schedule, but I can be certain that there will be something that everyone's gonna like, and maybe not all at the same time, but somebody's gonna like something and somebody's not gonna like something. That's okay. I'm putting it out there. Anyways, like and subscribe and share for anybody you think would also benefit from this. Until next time, cheers.